Bella's wedding day was supposed to be perfect. Instead, her fiancé humiliated her in front of 400 guests, leaving her frozen in shame. Before she could escape, a stranger appeared. Tall, dangerous, and impossibly handsome. He was Park Jin-Ho, the most powerful Korean mafia boss in the whole of Seoul. "Marry me instead. Right now," he said. She doesn't know him. She doesn't trust him. But saying yes might be the only way to survive her worst day, and the beginning of a love that could change her life forever. Before we begin, friends, please don't forget to like and subscribe. You're supporting us this way. And we also promise to bring you interesting and awesome stories to your screens every day. Bella's hands wouldn't stop shaking. She stood at the back of the church in her wedding dress, a beautiful white gown that had taken her 6 months to pay off, listening to the processional music begin. Through the doorway, she could see 400 guests turning to look, phones already out and recording. This was it. Her wedding day. The day she'd dreamed about since she was a little girl. "You look beautiful, sweetheart," her mother whispered, adjusting Bella's veil with tears in her eyes. Marcus is a lucky man. Marcus, her fiancé of 3 years, the man who'd proposed in front of her entire family, the man who'd promised her the world, the man who'd been acting strange for the past 2 months, distant, cold, always on his phone. "It's just wedding stress," her best friend Naya had assured her. "All grooms get cold feet." "He'll be fine once you're married." But as Bella walked down that aisle, her father's arm linked through hers, she saw Marcus's face at the altar, and her stomach dropped. He looked angry. Not nervous, not excited. Angry. She reached the altar. Her father kissed her cheek and placed her hand in Marcus's. His grip was cold. Mechanical. The priest began. "Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today." "Wait," Marcus interrupted. The church went silent. "Marcus?" Bella whispered. "What are you doing?" "I can't do this," Marcus said loudly, clearly, so everyone could hear. "I'm sorry, but I can't marry you." Gasps rippled through the church. Phones lifted higher. Someone's flash went off. "What?" Bella breathed, her world tilting. "Look at you," Marcus said, his voice cruel. "You've gained like 30 pounds since we got engaged. You can barely fit in that dress. And honestly, you're just not what I want anymore. My family arranged this marriage to merge our businesses with your father's company, but I don't care. I won't spend my life married to someone I'm not attracted to." The church erupted. Bella's mother screamed. Her father lunged toward Marcus but was held back. Marcus's own mother was shouting at him in shock, but all Bella could hear was the ringing in her ears. All she could see was 400 people recording her humiliation. All she could feel was shame burning through her like acid. "You're fat," Marcus continued, like he was reading a list. "You're boring. You laugh too loud. You talk too much about your stupid teaching job. Honestly, marrying you would be a nightmare. So no." "I'm not doing this." He dropped her hand like it was diseased and turned to walk away. Bella stood frozen in her wedding dress, watching the man she'd loved for 3 years destroy her in front of everyone she knew. Tears streamed down her face. She couldn't move, couldn't breathe. Then the church door slammed open. "Stop!" Everyone turned to look. A man walked in, tall, maybe 6'3", wearing an expensive black suit that screamed wealth and danger. He was Korean, devastatingly handsome, with sharp features and dark eyes that swept the room like he owned it. Tattoos peeked from his collar and cuffs. Men in similar suits flanked him, clearly security. The entire church went silent. Not the shocked silence from before. This was different. This was fear. Several of Marcus's family members had gone pale. His father actually stood up, his face white, The stranger walked down the aisle with absolute confidence, his eyes locked on Bella. When he reached the altar, he stopped directly in front of her. "You," he said softly, reaching up to gently wipe the tears from her face. "You deserve so much better than this." "Who are you?" Bella whispered. "Someone who's been waiting 6 months for the courage to talk to you," he said. Then, louder, so the whole church could hear, "I'm Jin-Ho Park. I own Park Industries, and I'm here to make you an offer." "An offer?" Bella repeated, confused. "Marry me instead," Jin-Ho said simply. "Right now. Right here. This church is booked. The priest is here. The guests are here. The only thing missing is a groom who deserves you. I'll be that groom." The church exploded into chaos, people shouting. Marcus yelling, "What the hell?" Bella's mother gasping, the priest looking completely lost. "You're insane," Bella breathed. "I don't even know you." "You don't know me yet," Jin-Ho corrected. "But I know you, Bella. I know you teach 2nd grade at Maple Elementary. I know you stop at the same coffee shop every morning and order a vanilla latte with oat milk. I know you volunteer at the women's shelter on Saturdays. I know you bite your lip when you're nervous and you hum when you're happy. I've been watching you for 6 months, trying to find the courage to approach you. And today, watching this pathetic excuse for a man humiliate you?" His dark eyes hardened. "I'm done waiting." "You've been watching me?" Bella said, alarm bells ringing. That's stalking." "It's obsession," Jin-Ho agreed calmly. "But it's also protection. I made sure you were safe every day, made sure no one bothered you, made sure nothing bad happened to you. Because you're mine, Bella. You just didn't know it yet." "I'm not anyone's." "Marcus!" Jin-Ho called, not taking his eyes off Bella. "You said she gained weight. I see a woman with a body that would make goddesses jealous. You said she laughs too loud. I hear a laugh that could light up the darkest room. You said she's boring. I see a woman so fascinating I can't think about anything else. You're a fool. And I'm grateful for your foolishness, because it means I get her instead." He turned back to Bella, his voice softening. "I can't force you. I won't force you. If you say no, I'll leave and never bother you again. But Bella, if you walk out of here alone today, everyone will remember you as the woman who got rejected at the altar. Those videos will haunt you forever. But if you marry me right now, you become the woman who was too good for one man and chosen by another. You become a queen instead of a victim." "This is insane," Bella repeated, but her voice was weaker now. "Life is insane," Jin-Ho said. "Love is insane. But standing here in this dress, crying because some inferior man couldn't see your worth, that's even more insane. So what do you say, Bella? Will you marry me?" His hand extended toward her. Strong. Steady. Offering an escape from the worst moment of her life. Bella looked at Marcus, who was staring at Jin-Ho with pale-faced terror. Looked at the 400 guests recording everything. Looked at her mother, who was crying and nodding encouragingly. Then she looked at Jin-Ho Park, this stranger who spoke about her like she was precious. This dangerous man offering to save her from humiliation. "If I say yes," Bella said carefully, "what happens after?" "After? We figure it out together," Jin-Ho said. "I give you my name, my protection, my devotion. You give me a chance to prove I'm worth your time. Fair? It wasn't fair. None of this was fair. But staying here, walking out of this church alone while everyone whispered and recorded, that was worse." "Okay," Bella heard herself say. "Okay, I'll marry you." Jin-Ho's smile could have lit up the entire city. He turned to the priest. "You heard her, Father. We have a bride, a groom, and a booked venue. Let's have a wedding." "This is illegal," Marcus shouted. "You can't just... She's supposed to marry me." "She was supposed to," Jin-Ho said coldly, finally looking at Marcus. "But you rejected her. Publicly. Cruelly. So now she's marrying me, unless you'd like to contest it?" The way he said it, quiet, dangerous, made Marcus take a step back. "That's what I thought," Jin-Ho said. He looked at Bella's father. "Sir, I know this is unconventional. I know you don't know me. But I promise you, I will spend every day of my life making sure your daughter knows her worth. I will protect her, cherish her, give her everything she deserves. You have my word." Bella's father looked at his daughter, humiliated, crying, broken. Then at this stranger who spoke with such certainty. "Can you provide for her?" "I'm a billionaire," Jin-Ho said simply. "Money will never be an issue. Will you be faithful?" "I've been faithful to her for 6 months, without her even knowing I existed." "I'm not stopping now." "Will you love her?" Jin-Ho's expression softened as he looked at Bella. "I already do." Bella's father took a deep breath, then nodded. "Then you have my blessing? Take care of my little girl." "Always," Jin-Ho promised. The priest, looking completely overwhelmed, cleared his throat. "Well, I suppose we should continue with the ceremony?" "Please," Jin-Ho said, taking Bella's hands in his. What followed was the strangest wedding ceremony in history. Half the guests were recording in shock. Marcus was being forcibly removed by his own family, still shouting. Bella's bridesmaids were crying. Her mother was laughing and crying simultaneously. And Bella stood at the altar, holding hands with a man she'd met 10 minutes ago, listening to the priest recite wedding vows. "Do you, Jin-Ho Park, take Bella to be your lawfully wedded wife?" "I do," Jin-Ho said immediately. "Absolutely. Without question." "Do you, Bella, take Jin-Ho Park to be your lawfully wedded husband?" Bella looked at Jin-Ho, this stranger who'd walked into her worst nightmare and offered to save her. This dangerous man with kind eyes and crazy confidence. "I do," she whispered. "Then by the power vested in me," the priest said, sounding dazed, "I now pronounce you husband and wife. You may kiss the bride." Jin-Ho cupped Bella's face gently, his thumbs brushing away her tears. "Thank you," he whispered, "for giving me a chance." Then he kissed her, soft, reverent, like she was something precious. And despite everything, the insanity, the fear, the confusion, Bella felt something warm bloom in her chest. Hope. The reception was chaos. Jin-Ho's security team had taken over, keeping out anyone who'd been Marcus's guest. Bella's family and friends remained, still in shock, but slowly warming to the situation. "This is the craziest thing I've ever seen," Naya said, clutching Bella's arm. "Girl, do you even know who he is?" "I know his name," Bella said weakly. "Jin-Ho Park. He owns Park Industries." "Park Industries?" Naya's eyes went wide. "Bella, that's one of the biggest tech companies in Korea. He's not just rich, he's billionaire rich. And also," she lowered her voice, "rumor has it he's connected to some serious underworld stuff, like MAFIA serious." Bella's stomach dropped. "What?" "I'm just saying, be careful," Naya warned. "This man just claimed you like you were his property. That's concerning." It was concerning. All of it was concerning. But when Jin-Ho appeared with a plate of food, "You haven't eaten all day, you must be starving," and pulled out a chair for her with such careful gentleness, Bella found it hard to be afraid. "Talk to me," Jin-Ho said, sitting beside her. "I can see your wheels turning. What are you thinking?" "That this is insane," Bella admitted. "That I just married a complete stranger. That I don't know anything about you except that you're apparently very rich and possibly dangerous and definitely obsessed with me. All accurate, Jin-Ho agreed. What else? That I should be terrified. Are you? Bella looked at him, really looked, at the tattoos peeking from his collar, at the sharp intelligence in his eyes, at the dangerous edge that everyone else seemed to pick up on. I should be, she said, but I'm not. Not of you. I'm scared of what comes next, of what this means, of what I've gotten myself into. Then let me tell you what comes next, Jin-Ho said. Tonight, I take you to my home. Your home now. I show you the master suite, which is yours. I will sleep in a guest room unless you invite me to do otherwise, which I'm not expecting. Tomorrow, we start figuring out our marriage. I learn what you need. You learn who I am. We build something real from this crazy foundation. Sound good? You're giving me the master suite? Bella asked, surprised. You're my wife, Jin-Ho said simply. The best of everything is yours now. Always. Even though we just met. Especially because we just met. I need to prove I'm worthy of the risk you took on me. Bella felt tears prick her eyes again, not from sadness this time, from overwhelming emotion. Why me? Really? Why did you choose me? Jin-Ho was quiet for a moment. Then, 6 months ago, I walked into that coffee shop on 5th Street. You were there, laughing with the barista about something silly. Your whole face lit up. Your joy was infectious. I couldn't look away. So I came back the next day. And the next, I learned your routine, started protecting you from a distance. And the more I learned about you, your kindness, your dedication to your students, your genuine goodness, the more I realized you were everything I didn't know I was looking for. So, when I heard through certain channels that your fiancé was planning to humiliate you today, his eyes went hard. I decided I was done being a coward. I was taking what's mine. I'm not property, Bella said, but without heat. No, Jin-Ho agreed. You're so much more valuable than property. You're irreplaceable. Jin-Ho's home was a penthouse that took up the entire top floor of the most expensive building in the city. Floor-to-ceiling windows, modern art, furniture that probably cost more than Bella's entire student loan debt. This is insane, Bella breathed, walking through the space. This is yours now, Jin-Ho corrected. Everything I have is yours. I'll have my people transfer your belongings from your apartment tomorrow, unless you want to go get them yourself. My apartment, Bella said, reality crashing down. My job, my life. I can't just... You can, Jin-Ho interrupted gently. You can keep teaching if you want. Or not. You can do whatever makes you happy. I only ask that you let my security team keep you safe. Security team? I have enemies, Bella. Being my wife makes you a target. I need to know you're protected. What kind of enemies? Bella demanded. What exactly do you do? Jin-Ho sighed. You deserve honesty. Come sit. They sat on a massive white couch, and Jin-Ho told her the truth. He was the head of one of Korea's most powerful families. Some of his businesses were completely legitimate. Tech, real estate, imports. Others were gray area. He had connections to organized crime. He'd done things he wasn't proud of. I'm not a good man, Jin-Ho said quietly, but I'm trying to be better. And with you, I want to be the best version of myself. So you're like, MAFIA? Bella asked. That's the Western term. We prefer family business. But essentially, yes. Bella should have run. Should have demanded an annulment. Should have called the police. Instead, she asked, have you ever killed anyone? Jin-Ho held her gaze. Yes. Recently. Not in 5 years. I've been transitioning to legitimate business. It's slow, but I'm working on it. Why? Because I'm tired, Jin-Ho admitted. Tired of violence, tired of looking over my shoulder. I want a real life, a family, peace. And then I saw you, and I knew you were my chance at all of that. Bella was quiet for a long moment. Then, I want to keep teaching. Done. I want my own money, not just yours. I need financial independence. I'll set up accounts for you, he smiled. You'll have complete access to everything, but also your own money that's only yours. I want honesty, always, no matter what. You have it. And I want. Bella took a breath. I want to figure out if this crazy thing can actually work. If we can be real. Jin-Ho's smile was blinding. That's all I'm asking for. A chance. 3 months passed. Bella went back to teaching. Her students were fascinated by her surprise wedding story, the edited, child-appropriate version. Her co-workers were shocked. Her family was adjusting. And Jin-Ho? Jin-Ho was everything he'd promised. Attentive without being smothering. Protective without being controlling. He learned how she took her coffee, bought her favorite books, listened when she talked about her students. They were building something real. Then it all went to hell. Bella was leaving school one afternoon when someone grabbed her from behind. A cloth over her face, chemical smell, her vision swimming. She woke up in a warehouse, tied to a chair. Finally awake, a man said in accented English. He was Chinese, maybe 40, with cold eyes. Mrs. Park, we've been waiting. Who are you? Bella demanded, terror flooding through her. Someone with a grudge against your husband. He destroyed my operation 2 years ago, cost me everything. So now? The man smiled cruelly. I'm going to cost him everything, starting with you. He pulled out a phone and called Jin-Ho, putting it on speaker. Park, the man said. I have your wife. Jin-Ho's voice came through, cold, deadly, barely controlled. If you've hurt her, she's fine for now. But that can change very quickly. You have 24 hours to give me what I want, or I start sending you pieces of her. What do you want? Your empire, your territories, your businesses, everything. Sign it all over to me, and maybe, I'll give you back your pretty wife. Done, Jin-Ho said immediately. I'll sign whatever you want, just don't hurt her. Jin-Ho, no! Bella shouted. Don't! The man hit her, hard. Her head snapped to the side, blood in her mouth. The sound that came through the phone was inhuman. Pure rage. You just made a fatal mistake, Jin-Ho said, his voice shaking. I was going to let you live, take everything, walk away. But you hit her. You made her bleed. Now I'm going to kill everyone you've ever cared about. And then I'm going to kill you. Slowly. Big talk for a man whose wife is about to... The warehouse doors exploded inward. Jin-Ho came through with an entire team of armed men. The fight was brutal, efficient, and over in minutes. The man who'd hit Bella tried to run. Jin-Ho shot him in the leg, then walked over calmly and kicked him in the face. You hit my wife, Jin-Ho said quietly, pulling out a knife. That was your last mistake. What happened next, Bella couldn't watch, but she heard the screaming. Then Jin-Ho was cutting her free, pulling her into his arms, checking her face where she'd been hit. I'm okay, Bella whispered. I'm okay. You're bleeding, Jin-Ho said, his voice breaking. He made you bleed. I should have killed him slower. You killed him? I killed all of them, Jin-Ho said flatly. Anyone who touched you, anyone who helped, anyone who knew and didn't stop it. They're all dead. Bella should have been horrified. Instead, she felt safe. Take me home, she whispered. That night, after they'd cleaned up and the adrenaline had faded, Bella found Jin-Ho on the penthouse balcony. I need to tell you something, she said. Jin-Ho turned, his expression guarded. If you want to leave, I understand. What you saw today. I'm pregnant, Bella interrupted. Jin-Ho froze. What? I found out this morning. Was going to surprise you at dinner. Then, well, kidnapping. She laughed weakly. But yeah, pregnant. About 6 weeks. You're... Jin-Ho crossed to her, his hands gently cupping her face. You're having my baby? Our baby, Bella corrected. Our baby, Jin-Ho repeated, wonder in his voice. Then, I'm getting out. Completely. The family business, all of it. I'm done. I won't raise my child in this world. I won't risk you or them ever again. Jin-Ho, I mean it. I've been transitioning anyway. I'll accelerate it. 6 months, I'm completely legitimate. I'm done being a criminal. I'm going to be a husband and a father. That's all I want. Bella felt tears spill over. I love you. I didn't want to. This whole thing was insane. But I love you. I loved you from the moment I saw you, Jin-Ho said. And I'll love you until I stop breathing. You and our child. My family. He kissed her then, desperate, relieved, full of promise. 1 year later, Bella stood in front of her classroom, very pregnant with their daughter, teaching her students about fractions. Her phone buzzed. A text from Jin-Ho. How's my wife and my baby girl? Your wife is tired, and your daughter won't stop kicking my bladder, Bella texted back. I'll rub your feet when you get home. Also, I'm making dinner. She smiled, texting back. You can't cook. I'm learning. For you, Bella smiled. A year ago, she'd been humiliated at the altar. Now she was married to a man who'd walked away from his criminal empire to give her a safe life. Who rubbed her feet and learned to cook and read parenting books obsessively. Mrs. Park, one of her students asked, are you smiling because of the baby? I'm smiling because I'm happy, Bella said honestly. Very, very happy. That night, lying in bed with Jin-Ho's hand on her belly, feeling their daughter kick, Bella thought about that terrible wedding day. Best, worst day of my life, she said. Mine too, Jin-Ho agreed. Thank you for saying yes to a crazy stranger. Thank you for seeing me when no one else did. Their daughter kicked again, and they both laughed. Sometimes the worst moment of your life is actually the door opening to everything you never knew you needed. The end. Sometimes your wedding disaster is actually your greatest blessing in disguise. Sometimes the stranger who saves you becomes your everything. And sometimes love doesn't arrive the way you planned. It crashes into your life and changes everything for the better. If you enjoyed this story, please don't forget to like and subscribe. Also, drop your comments about what you think in the comments section. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.